Good morning, beautiful souls. And for those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Erica Ann. I am a psychic medium, divine channel, twin flame divine feminine. Somebody might be snibbling with their words today, which is the message here. We'll get to that in a second. Ascension guide, psychology major, all the crazy, love. And welcome to Love, Light, and Lunacy. So on this channel, you'll see a lot of readings of various kinds. I channel very hyper-specific messages, and I like to do a variety of things. However, you will also see a lot of controversial, topics spoken about, and very deep spiritual ascension knowledge, as I am a very high degree spiritual master for the knowledge that I've been able to attain from my Akash so far. My twin flame masculine and I have mastered the first 3 rays. And then somehow, I don't know if we've mastered all 7. I'm still trying to figure all that out, but I know for sure we've mastered the first 3. And we have also mastered the 7th, which is the violet ray, which is why I'm such a powerful alchemist, which you'll see a lot of energy work stuff on this channel as well. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get into your message. So yeah, you're not going to see me shuffle today on this message anyways, because as I was just setting up, pulling out cards to see what spirit message, what was coming through, because I have a couple of big messages I know I want to come through, but I wanted to try to pull just a quick little love message through, something to lighten this energy. And it's literally as I open my book, because I constantly create things. And so for those of you that don't know, I did release my first set of Oracle cards a couple months back, called the Divine Lovers Oracle. But today we're actually going to be using my OG hand-drawn deck. This is what I started with. And so because they flew out at me, literally fell on the floor, and these are the cards that fell out. And so at the same time, I had been doing some message cards several weeks back, and I was just sticking them randomly in my binder, and then these 2 flew out. So we're going to start with message cards. And the first one says, I know I need to be honest. Could be you, could be a person, could be your earth energy, it doesn't have to be. Healing though. And then the second one was, I need you to be ready for the real me. And so I was channeling the energy of, your person, masculine or feminine. I'm not really reading gender specific in this reading at all. But they know that there's things that they haven't told you about them. They know that there's things that they suspect that you know about them. And there's things that they don't really even understand so much about them that they're trying to figure out right now. I guess at one point maybe they thought eventually they'd figure it all out and then they'd be able to share it with you. But now they're kind of realizing that they should just be sharing it with you. You know what I mean? Being honest or keeping things from you and not being honest about who they are is keeping them miserable, right? Because then they're stuck in this mask type of matrix life, of course, right? Because they're not living in their authentic truth. They can't receive their authentic love in return, right? That's how it works. You have to express your whole self, good, bad, ugly, all of it. Only then will you, deter all the wrong people. And only then will you call in your person, your people. I promise that this is real. So far, I'm still in the mostly just getting rid of the last few people energy. I'm not even kidding. No parents, no more old friends. For all I know, that my twin flame divine masculine isn't even actually my divine masculine. I was on a false twin flame journey for 2 years. The whole time, though, suspecting that who I now think is my true DM was my DM the whole time. But being fearful, I think, because I knew that he was by far the more stubborn individual. And fuck, I wanted to deal with that headache. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure I'm sure. But at this point in time, I've fucking surrendered to the divine, which is what I recommend for everybody. Who cares if you know who it is? If they're not with you, move along. You know what I mean? And that's where I think a lot of people in twin flames do get caught up. So I guess I'm educating people. So there must be some new twins following me. I feel like the reason that there hasn't been very many, very, 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 very few, 404, true twin flame unions that have come together and stepped into power is because of this stage that me and my divine masculine are currently in right now, which is actually scares the shit out of me, 414, because the divine feminine has to let the masculine go through their own thing. I'm a fucking control freak. It's been really hard, especially with everything that I've been shown. I've had a really hard time accepting that I have to leave him too. Because they keep showing me that that's really controversial. So as a psychic, I'm what? So now they're just do what you would do if he, he wasn't your twin and you didn't think that, and do what you would do regardless, right? Just keep going, which is what I thought I was doing, but no, I wasn't. Everything that I was doing was still in hopes that we would be together now and we would have a baby before, one of us couldn't do that anymore. Mainly me. My yeah, anyway, so I feel like the reason that the hiccup comes is because during that time, the feminine has to heal and stand in her power. And only in doing that will she be able to actually hold unconditional love for somebody that she thinks she might not ever get to be with. And that is really true love. So for somebody, you're going through this. I'm really channeling emotions through you and with you right now. Loving your person enough to still love them, even if you're watching them make karmic choices in love or make karmic choices in life, by choosing, family dynamics or anything over your union, right? You have to, though. If you ever will reach a twin flame union in this lifetime, like you're destined to, if you actually 550 met your twin flame in real life organically in this lifetime, you're meant to come together. You guys are meant to overcome those lessons, those trials, those karmic lessons, those karmic people. You're meant to step over every single one of them to each other, like quite literally end game goal. But there's a lot of lessons, right? Because of what it means to be a divine feminine and a divine masculine. We are new earth leaders and very needed, and so it's kind of like you don't get the prize until you earn it. And I used to really hate even using that analogy to people because I don't want them to strive to heal or strive to become their authentic selves in the name of somebody else, because that's defeating the whole purpose, right? Like, you want to feel your best. You want to feel your authenticity because you are then standing in your power and feeling confident in moving forward, right? Which is why I know my confident truth moving forward is right back to my freaking stupid DM, but I know that right now I'm headed right the other direction, and I don't even actually know if I'll ever be back here. Like, my guides are calling me to some really, really big things, and I feel like I'm in, maybe failing my little mission right now because it's like I'm putting pressure on him where I don't want to be putting pressure on him. I don't, but my life is putting pressure on me, like big pressure, because I have a big purpose, which means my DM does too, but that calls for big sacrifices, and so far I'm the only one that's made those, and so I have to continuously do that, right? It's fucking scary shit. And so I'm feeling like a lot of you needed to hear that before you got these love messages. Don't know why, but as a divine channel, this is what happens here on Love, Light, and Lunacy. Okay, so to get back to your message, class is over. Pay attention. Just kidding. So yeah, first one that came out was Destiny. Fated, guided by spirit, soul contract, divine, meant to be, surrender. It will happen soon. Soul path and soul agreements. So no matter what, whether you resonate with it or you didn't think your person did, if you're resonating with this message at all, even though I just went on a tangent and blah blah channel stuff, your connection is fated. Whether that's twin flame, I don't have that card here. I'm not going to speak to that in this energy. I don't feel like I'm meant to, but for sure there's a soul connection. So whether that is a karmic soul connection, a destined soul connection, meaning that you'll be forever, but this energy that when I created the cards, it was less karmic and more destined fate, right? I just feel called to say that. So maybe for somebody you are dealing with a karmic, but for most of you this is all very fated. And yeah, I feel like you both halves are in the middle of surrendering, and again, it'll always be to a different degree, right? Because different life circumstances, your surrender, at this point in time might be just totally just giving the reins over the divine. That's where I'm at. So if you're the feminine, you might be more aligned with that path. But if you're the masculine, you're probably in the midst of, if you're in this collective following this reading, if you landed here and you happen to be the masculine, which, believe it or not, I have about 50-50 split following me right now. You're going to be more in that, really trying to even just accept surrender. You stubborn asses. That's what I'm hearing. Literally, you stubborn asses. A lot of you do struggle with faith, which totally I can resonate. I was a freaking atheist before my heart part of my spiritual awakening. Not kidding. And now I quite literally say God, and I would get one of those bumper stickers that says Jesus is my homeboy, legit. I actually want one of those because I talk to Jesus all the time, but he hasn't sent his master, right? He's one of my homies that we've been doing this for a long time, and it's just different, right? And so I feel like the divine masculines are really just trying to accept, because they do know the other part of this, whether you resonate with divine masculine or feminine, whatever, right? Your person knows that this is fated. They know that there's the soul connection here. They know that there's a deep bond. That's something that can't be severed, right? And so they know that this is calling them to be honest for you. And that's why they're saying, like, I need you to be ready for the real me. Because the real them, 10-0-1, I feel like is a lot more fucking loving than you think. Like, legit. Like, I feel like your person loves hard, like you, actually. Maybe if you've never even seen that. And they're, like, scared. Even, like, this is weird energy, too, but, like, it makes sense. Mirroring, 10-0-1 is what I just thought, right? Mirroring. They're still a little bit scared, too, that, like, if they fully open up, you're gonna run away. Which is why, I guess I was mentioning that we need to maintain this unconditional love, which doesn't mean be a doormat. Never. Never, ever be a doormat. Never. But it just means really just being 12-12 on my other clock over here. What's kind of an unavoidable, I feel like, on this path anyways, but just loving all of them and being an unconditional love for them. 11-1-1-0-1. Even if that means doing it all by yourself, you know, because you have to be in that energetic space, 11-11. You have to. If you are in a hater space towards your DM right now, wherever, they can't come towards you. They just can't. And I know that's a tough one, because especially when we're trying to, you know, get into our authenticity, get into our strength, when we're coming from that people pleaser chaser energy, if you are, you know, I never was that before this journey, so trust me, it was a mindfuck for me to do it and switch into that polarity. But when you're coming out of it, you need to kind of rely on whatever you have in your arsenal, right? And so if that's standing on a little bit of like, I wanted to say fabricated strength, even though I don't recommend ever fabricating anything, you know, be full authentic. But I guess it's just I'm feeling that fake it till you make it energy, and I went through that, you know, like when you start to do affirmations and stuff, which, you know, if you're not doing it and you're on a healing path, you gotta seriously, the most powerful thing that's ever changed my life. Like, I used to cry first because I didn't believe it. I'd be like, I'm strong, and I would cry being like, you're a fucking weak bitch. I'd be like, I'm beautiful. I'd be like, you're a fucking ugly bitch. And I don't think those things anymore, so don't worry about that. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just like to show you guys and process these information and emotions with you. That's what I do here. You know, but it's really, well, they took that tangent away from me for whatever fucking reason, and so guess not. We'll get back to that should it be relevant. But yeah, no, your person's very, very much missing you in secret. So the second one we got was missing you. I got text message under there. Yeah, so they need to be honest, need to be ready. They're going to be pouring it into you, right? Like, they're longing for you, they're pining for you. And I feel like, honestly, like, when they get their hands on you, they're never going to let you go. It's like, I just felt like the fucking best ever hug from behind me. Like, this person just, when they finally are ready, they're never going to let you go. Oh, that's the love thing. But yeah, if they feel like you are mad, which, you know, kind of seems not fair, because, like, on the 3rd level, if they've done something to you, douchey or whatever, you know, they deserve to know that you're mad. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying demean yourself by any means. You need to stay in your full boundaries. But you need to do that in a soft way. I feel like I should be taking my own advice. You hear my tones. Soft is hard for me. I mean, like, which is weird, because I'm, like, the most loving person ever. I literally am just, like, so loving. But I'm a no fucks given and don't fuck with me kind of person. I don't know. But, yeah, no, you have to just... And I don't know how to teach people how to get into unconditional love. I'm hoping I'll get better at that. But yeah, I guess it's just realizing that, like, your love isn't dependent on anything in return, right? It's like, even though you watch them making decisions that hurt you, or they say things that hurt you, or they deny you, even though, you know, like, you feel things, or whatever it is for you, right? It's still loving them and allowing yourself to feel that infinite soul bond, that destined connection, right? Letting yourself feel that without letting it make you hate them. Which, trust, that in itself is a challenge, I know. I have my days, right? Ups and downs. Thankfully, Divine's always helping me out with that, so I'm hoping that that's probably the same for you guys. The more you connect to with your authentic self, the more that you will feel guided that way, right? But yeah, so here is after the storm, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, calm after the storm, relief and sun. And coming together is underneath, and integration was underneath it. I just checked. And I didn't even see those when I first grabbed the whole pile. I just grabbed them exactly authentically as they were. I guess I will show you guys, even though this maybe I'll show you later on ones that I made before. But yeah, planting seeds, new beginning fertile, wanting to grow with you, preparing for union and baby steps. So I do feel like there's going to be some sort of open and honest communication. Maybe I'll grab the tarot and see if I can't get you guys a timing, since I just meant to make a 3-minute video, ended up ranting, and now here we are. So let's try and get you guys some timings in 1505. I feel soon. Possibly the 15th. In the next month, whenever you're watching this, but I'm gonna get more on that. Just hold on, I'm gonna grab the tarot. They're just was trying to chat me. So yeah, breaking the silence, incoming confession of love. Maybe I will shuffle these. Why not? I just looked at I love you. Divine timing. Looking at divine timing, soul contract. 2 times things of soul contract on here, but I'm magnetic attraction. So I do feel like if for those of you that are resonating with the divine love connection, for sure there is like. I was just supposed to say polarity switch again, but that's not what I'm meaning. But a little bit is what I'm meaning. So the divine feminine half, take that over resonates. You are drawing your person in right now. Whether or not you feel like you're distancing yourself, energetically you're calling them in. Because they're going through some tough karmic lessons right now. Codependency, leaving the comfort zone, temptation, not being true to self, avoiding shadow work and stuff. They are. So I feel like your person, that's why maybe I was resonating with like both sides coming on here. That happens more often than you would think. Your person is trying to get guidance on this right now. Maybe a person's here. Hey, what's up? Yeah, not quite yet. Spirit knows best. Live in the present moment, feeling impatient. So maybe they are feeling like maybe you're in a similar energy than me. Like, you know, maybe you are being called by spirit to move on. And it's not that you're trying to put pressure on your DM. You have that pressure on you, right? Which is something that, like, you know, I think it's a lot of things on the masculines that we'll have to learn too in this lesson is like, society's like made people to believe that like women are gold diggers, or like, you know, they're always after something, like that type of mentality. At least where I'm living, that's still very, very much relevant, especially, you know, for those of us that unknowingly bred into Masonic fucking families. And turns out everybody here is a closet Mason and a woman hater. It's just really weird where we live. 1707. I was blind to that for most of my life. I was very blind to it. But, you know, I feel like a lot of the masculine lessons really are accepting and resonating, accepting and resonating with the feminines in their full truths. You know, just, yeah, take that how it resonates. I'm going to leave that there. But I want to try to get timing. But yes, the overcoming obstacles I just got to balance, releasing resistance. See, masculines, resisting resistance, everything changes and flow. So everything changes is for sure happening. It's going to happen now. I'm going to grab the tarot. That's what I was doing when I got the cards. I was trying to clean up this mess. I only checked into this room yesterday, but that's just because I have to like go through all of my things every time I like pack and repack and reorganize them a little anal. Okay, let's go timing on this, Spirit. As I'm editing that, Spirit says to include here, this is exactly what's happening in your connection. It's called a divine shakeup. Everything's kind of got to be, like, they always show it to me, like, if you're a woman, you'll understand this. If you're a guy, I don't know, just understand the analogy, please. Dumping your whole entire purse out, right? It takes you a while, put it back in. Some stuff gets tossed out. Some stuff gets reorganized, right? You know, prioritize things, put it back in. Away you go. Same thing's happening here. When's this? I want to know when's this. They got a lot to fucking say. I'm looking at the sun though, and the 7 of Wands. Okay, I'm looking at the Emperor. All right, I'm gonna just shuffle these and get them back in. Okay, no. They say don't. Okay, hold on one second. Because 2 of Wands, 2 of Swords, but 2 of Swords is in the reverse, and so. Wands for me is fast. 2 of Wands is like 2 days, 2 weeks. Something like, doesn't always, like, just depends on what I'm seeing. But like, however, like 2 of Swords, but 2 of Swords speaks to winter. And depending on where you are in the world, '23rd to the 2nd. 23rd to the 2nd will resonate in winter. Either 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months at the most. The sun though is telling me fast, so I'm gonna say during the day. Aries energy is here. 21st to this 21st, 20th, 21st. Yeah, 21st. The 21st is very the 21st is very relevant. The 21st. What day is it today? 7th. So yeah, maybe within 2 weeks. What is that? Oh, sorry. Yeah, and then 9 of Pentacles tells me 2nd to 11th. Again, I'm seeing the 2nd to the 11th and the 21st is, and 21 on the clock. So 2nd to the 11th, or the 21st, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 days. Take that how it resonates. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here, for joining me. 2022 on the clock. I got a lot of messages to share. Who knows which I will get out today, but for sure there's going to be some specific messages coming in. But yeah, you guys might want to check out. Thanks so much for being here, you guys. I love you guys this much.